First up, at UFC Vegas 77, we have Tucker Lutz taking on Melsik Baghdasaryan. Tucker Lutz is 12-3 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, and he is looking to break a 2-fight skid. He's taking on Melsik Baghdasaryan. He's 7-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that submission loss to Josh Culibao. Tucker Lutz, he's actually kind of a solid striker. He's willing to engage. He'll set up his power rel, but he's mostly a wrestler. He has a wrestling background. He uses that to pressure forward. He's got big slam-style takedowns. He's averaging almost 2 per fight. His wins are dominant, but they're not exciting, right? He comes forward, he gets a big takedown, and he just hangs out on top for control instead of chasing a finish. He's riding back-to-back losses, most recently that submission to Daniel Pineda, where he got dropped first and then he was choked. He's taking on Melsik Baghdasaryan. This dude's a very aggressive striker, always moving forward, really diverse set of strikes, does a good job mixing things up. He's long. He has a professional kickboxing background before he transitioned to MMA. And you can see those techniques inside the octagon. He's going to go to your body. He's going to use his kicks. He's going to put it all together really, really well. Good forward pressure, good power, very diverse, super fun to watch. In 2023, everybody's well-rounded, right? This is mixed martial arts, and it's not the early 90s or early 2000s, but this feels like an old-school grappler versus striker style matchup, right? We watched Tucker get dropped. We watched Melsik get out-scrambled and submitted. Melsik is a little less than the 2-1 favorite. You can see this line has tightened here. You know, the reality is I do think Melsik's going to win this fight. I agree with the line movement. I think this fight should have been a little closer because they both have very clear paths to victory. I personally think the gap on the feet is not nearly as wide as the grappling gap, right? I actually think that the grappling gap is the wider one, which would make me favor Tucker, but I am going to go Melsik to lose this fight. Big twist. I got Tucker Lutz winning this fight. I think he's going to come forward, wrestle heavy. I tried my greatest Gordon Ramsay there. I like Tucker Lutz to win this fight. Super, super close. Super, super close. I do think Tucker can come forward, stick with the wrestling, tuck his chin, and then just sort of out-grapple Melsik here. But this is a dumb close fight. I know you completely disagree. What do you think?
If Tucker Lutz beats Melsik to start the card on Saturday.
Don't say something stupid because
and I'm live streaming.
We've seen
I
this.
am going to shut that fucking stream off and just accept that, like I said earlier, we are in a complete new twilight zone if Melsik is getting beat by Tucker Lutz. Yes, he is a good wrestler. Yes, he is a good grappler, but he is slow to get to those positions. He is a very kind of march forward to kind of press you against the cage to get those takedowns. He's not shooting these crazy singles, these blast doubles, because he's such a stiff guy in the octagon. He's stiff in the wrestling. He's stiff in the striking. This dude is just a walking heavy bag, marching forward with okay boxing and okay power. And if Melsik can't put this guy out, and I mean out early, then I don't know what is going on in this fight. I have no idea what these odds are doing. Minus 200. I put a bet on Melsik minus 200 thinking that was going to go to minus 250. It's went the other way. I have no idea what is going on with this fight because Tucker Lutz is way too stiff to get to a guy like Melsik who is dominating that Culibao fight until like a weird little slip and then a scramble and he got his neck caught. But, you know, that is what it is. I have no idea what is going on with this fight. I swear to God, if Melsik loses to start the card Saturday, I'm fucking done. I might just be done forever. I don't get it. That's how I feel about this fight. I'm a little bit biased because I do like Melsik, but there's no way you can watch Tucker Lutz in the stand-up and be like, oh yeah, he's got a shot here.
Well, I agree, but there's gaps in his stand-up. There's gaps in Melsik's grappling, and I think the gaps in Melsik's grappling are wider than the gaps in Tucker's stand-up.
And I will say, if he gets to Melsik, he definitely can take him down. I mean, I watched, Colin Anglin just kind of like scoop him. I mean, there's one of the easiest takedowns I've ever seen. I just don't think with the movement and how much he's going to punish him on the entries, I just don't think he can survive.
Yeah, this is not a hill I'm dying on, right? I watched the tape. I watched both fighters, and I do tend to favor wrestlers, but wrestlers are the ones that can control where fights go. And I think if Tucker can control, but we watched him get dropped, a little chinny. And Melsik's the kind of guy who's going to find that. Melsik can keep his power a little late. So I'm not going to disagree with the Melsik pick, but I did go the other way. Probably going to keep my money here.
He's 28 years old, but I swear to God, he fights like he's fucking 43, 44 years old. Just the way that he moves inside the outguard. He's coming off like back surgery and stuff too. It's like,
Well, the AI picked Tucker, and we've talked about the AI before. The AI, it's in beta. It doesn't even have grappling statistics. All it has is biometrics and striking. It doesn't even know their records. It doesn't know their nationality. It doesn't know that grappling exists. Purely based off of biometrics and striking, it picked Tucker Lutz. Probably because he's younger and longer, which I was surprised he was younger as well. He seems like he's been around forever. So anyway, you and I are split on this. You're confident enough to spend $9,200 in DraftKings?
I think that if he's not finishing this guy, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Melsik isn't, if he can't finish Tucker Lutz, then he's not who I think he is, and I still think he is who I think he is. That was a karma situation at Kulibao. He pushed Kulibao at the face-offs, so he had a little bit of karma coming. He was winning that fight, and then he gets caught. He's paid his dues. He's got to put this guy away. You got to, man.
Inside the distance decision, no action is probably the bet to make here for Melsik, because I don't think Tucker will submit Melsik. I think he's going to wet blanket him. But Melsik is the one that has all the finishing upside. So, I hear you. He's more dangerous for sure.
You're hearing, but you're not listening. You're hearing, but you're not listening.
I'm just not agreeing.
You're not listening.
Very different things. That kid, Fight Talk Only, who tweets stuff for attention, is asking for a free membership to the Discord. Listen, Discord's 100% free, pal. Go join the Discord. It is free. The only thing premium membership gets you in the Discord is access to private channels, which gives you alerts on your phone when we place bets and stuff like that. But it's only $10 a month. We don't do handouts. Not for $10 a month, pal. We have well over 2,000 active premium members, and we appreciate every single one of you. And if I were to give you a free membership for no reason, then that would be discrediting.
Oh my God! Then you'd have to give it to everybody.
That is true.
I mean, do them everybody.
No promo codes, none of that bullshit. It's fucking $10, and all the stuff you get is absolutely insane. You get the line movement tracker, the detailed data and metrics.
I don't know why he's treating you this way.
He was like, Jacob, help me. Like you were going to say, yeah, give him a free membership.
Huh?
That's what he asked for, a free membership, and then he said, tell him, Jacob. Like you were going to say, yeah, give him a free membership. You agree with me?
I think he was probably, when I was breaking down Melsik, is what he's talking about, old man.
No, it wasn't. I'm not the old one. It was all in the same text.
I understand, but it was what he wrote that a while ago while I was talking about Melsik.
That is an incorrect statement on your part.
I mean, he can answer it right now if you want.
Sam Pierce says, just get premium. I've been a premium member for months, and it has paid for years of membership. And, that's I appreciate that, Sam, very, very much. Obviously, we have ups and downs, and depends on what you tail. You tail the right bet, it hits. You tail the wrong one, it'll miss. Even we could be up and you hit the wrong one. We could be down, you could hit the right one. That's the reality of it. But that's why we have spent so much time and effort focusing on the tools, the information, the insight, and everything else. So it is by far the most complete package out there. $10 a month, weonpicks.com. It's not jokes, Fight Talk. When you're asking to take food out of these beautiful girls' mouths, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. The younger one has a peanut allergy. Do you know how expensive EpiPens are? Fight Talk? It's more than one membership, I'll tell you that much. Actually, do you know how expensive an EpiPen is?
Yeah, my mom has one.
Why? What's she allergic to?
Bees.
There were just so many meat things that right through my head. And I said, bees.
See what happens.
No, I like your mom.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it to me either.